Okay? Now you can hear? Yes. So I'm saying, sorry. She introduced me, so I introduced her. She's a director of Tushita Management Center, and she has been running as a professor in the university, Delhi University, which Genuine University for how many years? 20 years. 20 years. She has been learning in the university, now retired. So anyway, she mentioned how good thing in the FPMT with me. But you see, I'm saying due to good karma, due to the students good karma. For example, a doctor who cures cancer or who cures the patient's disease, a patient has good karma to be recovered by the doctor. It depends on the patient's good karma, not only the doctor. The patient has good karma to be recovered by the doctor, you see. So that's like that. Like that, FMD, the student, they have a good karma, so they create good karma. So it happened good, yes, for so many years, and it has been developing. It has been developing. Developing now. You see, before many years, to teach philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, only Geshe teaches. Now, Western students, even lay people, teach. And not only Sangha, lay people teach Buddhist philosophies. Now you see, become much easier to run the organization to the centers where there's Geshe. Even where there's Geshe, they teach still lay people who finish the master program, they teach Buddhist philosophies. And where there's Geshe, where there's no Geshe, you see, Tibetan Geshe, where there's Geshe, where there's no Geshe. So the Western lay people are able to teach Buddhist philosophy. So that's the that is the progression nowadays. What's happening? So many teachers who can teach Buddhism, not only the essence of the practice, Lamrim, but the Buddhist philosophy, the branches, the behind commentaries. So you see, yes, men, women, lay, ordained lay people able to teach. Well, those who have done the basic program, half year or more finished basic program. Like they have done 1 or 2, 3 even basic programs. So they finish mass program. So there's my kind guru, kinder than all the 3 times Buddhas, Lama Yeshe, who took care of me for many years. I lived with him. I lived. So he discussed with the Geshe Samba Gyatso, said it's a class, it's the same class in Tibet, or Baksa, the West Bengal, Jalpaiguri. There was Baksa. I lived there 8 years. So his classmate, Lama Yeshe's classmate, he's the leader of the class. So discussed for 1 week, and they met the master program. So then Geshe Samba Gyatso was sent to Italy, Lama Tsongkhapa Institute. That's one big center. In the branches, so many branches. So then Gestul started basic program. Gestul started a master program, which he discussed with Lama Yeshe. So the students, there are about 30 people, I think, who started well, passed the examination. They started from Gestul. So those are the first students, lay students, who were able to teach Buddhist philosophy in the organization. So now there were several centers able to teach the master program. So that's Abhidhamma Kosha, Abhasamana Karika, and the Madhamika, and the Lama Tsongkhapa was teaching the graduate tongue part. Then there's for the 5 stages, the 5 stages. So he didn't teach completely that subject, but he because the time was so to finish the time, then he quoted a lot in that, and then he taught. So those are the students, first students who finished the master program. Then they've been teaching up to now for many years, and so like that. So now several centers they have master programs, and almost all the centers they have a basic program. So there's those subjects who have learned in the old centers, big centers, old centers, already started or gave teachings, but didn't start as examination, and they didn't set up like that, like college or sort of, didn't set up as examination or things like that. But teachings, many of those teachings was given in the past before. So that's yes, that's okay. That's one thing. That's the external progression. But you see now that's not enough. That alone is just studying the words. Like invading the computer with a lot of Dharma text in the computer is similar. You see. So you need to get experience of the path. What is said in what is explained in the text, you need to experience in your mind, in your heart. Not always live in the text. So you need taste. You need just food, taste, experience of the path, not only the book, you need it in the heart. So many centers have retreat place. They have their own retreat place, many centers. So we're thinking in America, the Catholic Washington, we bought a place and to build retreat houses, and those people who want to lifetime retreat. And so we're preparing like this, and then teacher, come there temporarily to teach them, then they meditate. Need to that. So lifetime retreats, and then so whether they have studied Buddhist philosophy or not, anyone says, so the main thing is the graduate path to enlightenment, Tantra Lamdrim. So that needs to be learned well, and then you experience, you practice, experience, and so many centers will take place. But so we're thinking like that, more to now one side study words, one side then you see try to experience path. So that you see, like Shine and the things like that. Thinking through like that. So even one person had some experience of the Lamrim, the renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, or the starting from correctly following the virtuous friend, and they reach the root of the path to enlightenment. So the realization, even foundation for the tantric path, if somebody gets these realizations, even not all, but 2, 3, whatever, is a great benefit to the world. Unbelievable. Great blessing, great benefit to the world. So it's incredible inspiration for other people. So I'm trying to do that. I think that's the happiest way. Not just learning words, but practicing Dharma. The happiest way to live the life. To benefit every single, to benefit every single ant, to benefit every single flies, and mosquitoes, every single fish in the ocean, size of mountains and small swans, and living in the ground, worms, and then on the land and on the bushes and then when you walk in the dry grass, there's such tiny flies that run away. So equally everything, numberless helpings, hungry ghosts, animals, human beings. I'm not talking only this world, not only this universe, the numberless universe scientifically mentioned, numberless world, not only this scientifically mentioned, not only Buddha scientifically mentioned, even so, all the human beings living in the world and suras, asuras, so able to benefit to everyone. Can imagine cause happens totally free from oceans of samsara sufferings, and bring them to enlightenment. So that to actualizing the Lamrim path, that. So that's in the world. That is the greatest development. Greatest development of mind in the Lamrim. The greatest development. That's amazing. So so generally FPMT, so far, you see, of course now so much learn Dharma and philosophies and Sutra and Tantra. So, but overall, you see, the development is the general people have more compassion. That's the most important thing in the world. To bring perfect peace, happiness, to bring peace as much as possible in the world, depends on compassion. How much we generate compassion, whether we generate compassion, not. How much compassion we generate. And, you see, so that's the most important thing in the life. Most important in the life, generate compassion. So, as the year went, from many difficulties, you see, in the early times, then better, like steps, So the people are, generally speaking, more compassionate and generous. And this is what I can say. So that's very important, most important. And then, if you able to generate, if you are able to generate compassion to one sentient being, or whether it's a human being or whether it's an insect, then you can achieve enlightenment. There's enlightenment for you. If you don't generate compassion to that being, that whether it's a mosquito, or whether it's an ant, or there's whatever, or there's the worm, the damsala, when there's rain or foggy, it comes a lot. Slug. Huh? Slug. 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 So anyway, if you generate compassion to that being, there's enlightenment for you. If you don't generate compassion, you give it up, no compassion. There's no enlightenment for you. So depending on compassion, whether you generate compassion to somebody or not. Without talking the question that generate compassion to every single sentient being, even one sentient being. Well, I think it just come by the way, so I just mentioned. You see, in the Bajor Yogi teaching, the Tantra teaching, there's Great Yogi Nagpochopa. Nagpochopa came to cross this river, then to go to Odi. Odi is near Baksa, Jalpagodi, where I lived 8 years, where the 1,500 monks decided to live there, study philosophy. So this is near Odi, is near Bombay, near there. I haven't been, but my teacher, who took care of me in Tibet, who helped me to become monk in Tibet, in Trungpa Geshe's monastery. Trungpa Geshe, the great yogi, the first one, his monastery in Tibet, in Yatong, Trungpa, it's called Trungpa. I became monk there, so who became my teacher, then the guide me to be a monk at the Trungpa Geshe's monastery. I was born in the Himalaya mountain, the upper part of Solukhumbu, the near Mount Everest, close to that, and Tame, it's called. I was born there. It's when you go from there to Tibet by crossing Snow Mountain. So, so I became monk in Tibet, and the teacher who guided me in Tibet, so he went. So there are many caves. In some, if you dependent people are in those caves, so there's an iron bar, so you hold and then you climb the caves. The cave, the earth, like ash, melting down, so like that shape. So some monk, one Unze, who lead prayer of the Namgyal Dalai Lama's temple, the Namgyal monastery. So Unze, who lead prayers, so he went to see the caves, and so he heard the Japanese chanting and doing music, playing music, the Jalingo, the Jamar bells, and so forth, the symbol, playing music, and there was a nice, sweet chantings, prayers. So he heard, and then he taught Dharmasala in his monastery. So many of the chantings seems from that. So certain monks who has maybe some karma or more purified mind, sort of, I guess they hear this in the cave. And so they also and some of that called Oji. So Nagpochopa, great yogi from India, going to that place to do the last tantric practice. Japa, the last tantric practice before enlightenment. So there was a lady. there was a lady. Skin's total black, and the leprosy disease, past blood coming out, and terrible, to see even. So she asked, she's waiting there, somebody to take her to the other side of the river. And so she asked Nagpochopa, please take me other side of the river. Nagpochopa didn't bother. He didn't bother, so he just went straight. So his later, his disciple Gestul Tsempopa came. His monk, Gestul seminar, they live in Persia. Yes, marvelous. And then So about then she asked him to sing other side. So as soon as the monk saw the lady, wow, got unbearable compassion. Wow, so unbearable compassion to this lady. And then no thought of among this lady, no thought. Seeing the suffering, leprosy disease, then immediately grabbed her two backsides, his backsides, and carried on his backside. So what happened in the middle of the river? So that wasn't the lady. That was the enlightened being, Doje Pangmo. There was a Doje Pangmo, enlightened being, the female aspect, enlightened being. So, so you see, before his mind was obscured, obscuration, so obscured. So I cannot see Doje Pangmo. So see very ordinary lady, the past blood coming out, leprosy disease, so overlooking one. So, but with the generated unbelievable compassion, and then carried her immediately without thinking, oh, I'll get disease, or leprosy disease, or without any of that thought, he immediately carried her backside. Then you see, because incredible compassion, unbelievable generosity, and carried her up to the middle of the river, his negative karma, which projects that negative view, ordinary view, purified. That's purified. Now he sees Doje Pangmo, enlightened being, female aspect, the enlightened being, the Doje Pangmo he sees. So didn't have to cross the whole river. So then she took Gestul Tsempopa without need to die. So to go to Pure Land, you die first, then conscience go. No, without need to die, she took him in the Tabakaju, Pure Land, Tabakaju. So if you want that, definitely 100% become enlightened there. But Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land like that, it seems that in that life you don't become enlightened, but next life it's mentioned. So So that's why the bodhisattvas in the Pure Land, who are in the Nutra Devachan, in the Pure Land, they are praying to born here where we are, south of the continent. The human world is that we are south of the continent. Then there's the eastern continent. There's the western continent. There's the northern continent. So like that. So where there's tantra practice, that you can become enlightened even within one life. It's only this world, no other world. Eastern, western, northern, no other world at all. Just where we are. Just only this, where there's tantra teaching exists. You see, Kriya Tantra, Char Tantra, Anudra, Mahanudra Tantra. So there are 4 levels of Tantra. So this is the only world. So Bodhisattvas and the Amrita Pure Land, they pray to be born here so that they can practice Tantra, so achieving enlightenment for sentient beings. So therefore, that's one reason why we are so fortunate, unbelievable fortunate to be in this southern continent where there is not Buddhism but lesbian teachings, and which was Four Noble Truths, to freedom from samsara, not that, but the Mahayana teaching, Narana Sutra, the Tantra, you see, the Mahayana teaching Tantra, exists. That you can by meeting the Mahayana Tantra, the fourth one, Mahanudra Yoga Tantra, fourth one, and then that has a special the wisdom and method to the. On the basis of the Lamrim, the renunciation Buddhist right route, about all the in Satya is a Shambhashital, parting from the 4 clingings, and this Lord Namshi, the Kaji Nyingma, the 4 aspect has changed the mind from the 4 negative minds. So in the Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the renunciation, this renunciation, next line, samsara professional, by seeing nature of suffering, then you see you have no attachment to the renunciation to that. So there is Putra is renouncing Buddhism. So this life, next life, this one under the one title, renunciation, all of that. Then when you elaborate and true, so Lama Tsongkhapa tradition, the renunciation Buddhism. So on the basis of that Tantra practice, here you achieve full enlightenment in one life. Like Jawa in Sapa, Lama Tsongkhapa's disciples, Jawa in Sapa. So then, tradition then commonly known as the Milarepa, who lot of hardships, and then she enlightenment inside. So many happened like that. So therefore, this is one reason why we are so fortunate to be in this world and to meet Dharma and the Mahayana teaching, Sutta, and then we say many of us we have met Mahayana Tantra, and some haven't met yet, but there's a great, incredible opportunity to meet as well. And main reason goes to what gives opportunity, unbelievable opportunity we have is because His Holiness Dalai Lama, not in Tibet, here, you see, in India. So that's actually, fortunately, see, able to come out of Tibet and here, India. So because of that, whether you have met His Holiness or not, however, because of that, then we have an incredible opportunity to meet, especially the Mahan Tantra, then to achieve enlightenment in one life. To learn the Mahan Tantra was so fortunate. There's no time for depression. No time for depression. If you understand in the life, there's no time for depression. Spend years, months, years, depression. You know, in the West, so many people, millions and millions of people living in the depression. We have no. If you understand Dharma, then you see, relate to your life. Then there's no time for depression. Only great happiness, all day and night. Great. First when I watch TV. No, I didn't see soccer. I didn't go see soccer. But you see in the TV, when they win soccer, they brings all the nerves outside. They do like this, they run. I thought maybe the person is angry. Really, he doesn't smile. He doesn't smile. If he's happy, then she will smile. But is that all the nerves outside? I thought it was angry. But later, I noticed it means happy. Then he runs and like this. They win the soccer, the football. You see, so we can do like this all day. All night and all day, every second we can do that. Because it's every second do that. Why? Because because I haven't met Buddha Dharma, having received opportunity to start Lamrim teachings, having received Lamrim teachings. You see, every second, just even with bodhicitta alone, just bodhicitta. Yeah? So, to not be reborn lower realms, to not be reborn lower realm, to get higher birth, to be free from samsara, and to be free from raw nirvana, to not get caught in the raw nirvana. And you see, to each, every second, you create cause to achieve enlightenment in every second with bodhicitta. You see, if you understand Lamrim, every second you have opportunity to create cause of enlightenment, Buddhahood. You see, in every second, how you can make your life so meaningful, so meaningful. I'm at noise, but purpose of I'm at noise is so that you can stay longer in your mind. Sorry. Every second, how you can make your life so unbelievable, meaningful. Not only meaningful to you, but meaningful, most benefit to every living beings, no matter how tiny, no matter how big, physically. To everyone, you'll make your life most beneficial to everyone. Everyone you see in the road, dogs, chickens, or the ants, or every single insect, whatever you see in the road, whatever you see in the house, you see, most beneficial, because so unbelievable. Then you see, like that, your life is only towards the enlightenment. So now, Chita? What? Huh? Yeah. Maybe tea time? Chai time? Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. Maybe have tea? Huh? Yeah. And then we make tea offering first. Okay? We can do offering from here. You see, when the food is in the kitchen, even the food is not in front of you, we're offering. Well, it's hot. You make food offering. Okay. So, purpose of our life is to benefit others, so to free the numberless sentient beings from the oceans of samsara suffering, and to bring to peerless happiness, Buddhahood, total cessation, obscuration, completion, realization, to bring there by myself with the almost achieve full enlightenment. Buddhahood is there for that, for that reason, to call it merit, to purify, tea offering, okay? Oh, thank you. You think the tea is nectar, oceans of nectar, so yeah, that's then if you can think translate wisdom, the great blast, non-dual emptiness, also can think that. Then we offering, okay, to the Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, His Holiness Dalai Lama, Guru, His Holiness Dalai Lama, aspects Shakyamuni Buddha. That one, so the Guru manifests Shakyamuni Buddha, then numberless Buddha, Buddha Dharma Sangha, then go back to one as a root Guru, or go back one root Guru. The root Guru is the creator of all the miracles, so they are, we may often, okay? Bo 다소 거제 차라 탐제도 건조섬다 나야메 다시 건조섬 보준도 제바다 건조섬예 제라 주바. So I make prayer, including your family, not just only you, but including how many families you have in all the lifetimes, to never separate away from the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. And you're always able to collect merit by making offering. Without merit, there's no happiness in the life. Making offering to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha is unbelievable merit to collect. And then choose the blessings of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So that what is the blessing? That's the blessing is chilap in Tibetan language. So they are correctly following. Not only devoting is the only mind, but here is correctly following the virtual friend, Guru, who taught in action. So we taught in action. So the devotion is only the thought, and then they are taught in action. So two things. So therefore, correctly following the virtual friend. Then from there up to omniscience, to actualize in all our heart, including the family members, we have. So, it's very important to pray even together for them. So thank you very much. Please enjoy tea, chai.